Top. Yes, Jerry. Bet. All right, Rico. That's it. All right, cool. So it's not foam rolling. It is SMR, Self Myofascial Release, which means there's gonna be two ways to do this. The how, right? You can use a foam roller or you can use a lacrosse ball. Hope I'm still in lacrosse, right? Lacrosse ball. There's also an Acu mobility ball, which we don't have anymore, ball. So self myofascial release, meaning you are going to, by yourself, release all the tension and all the tightness in your muscles. SMR is gonna be two ways to do this. You can use a foam roller, which we'll show in a second. You can use a lacrosse ball. These are the two main things that I personally use every day. When do I do it? Before I work out, rest days. Why I do it? Because my muscles are tight, my muscles are sore, and if I feel like shit before I work out, then I'm not gonna wanna work out. That's gonna be the main deterrent that's gonna prevent me from working out, is like I don't feel like working out. So we use self myofascial release in order to attack the muscles that are really, really tight so we can increase our flexibility, our mobility, flexibility and mobility. That's pretty much it. Take away the tightness, take away the soreness. How you do it is using a foam roller, lacrosse ball, or Acu mobility ball. When do you do it? You do it before you work out, ideally, and you do it on rest days, optimally, ideally as well. That's what today's video is gonna be, is SMR techniques, your go-tos, where you should be aiming the foam roll or the lacrosse ball in your body. All right, cool, let's have some fun. Yo, welcome to the video. Welcome back to the video. We discussed having a lacrosse ball as well as a foam roll for the SMR, self myofascial release. It's two things also that we have here is a stick, foam roll stick, and then also this is two lacrosse balls taped together, and I'll explain the reason for this later. When I'm foam rolling, or if I'm doing any type of SMR before I work out, I like to start from the feet and then go all the way up. So this is for the bigger muscles. This is for the bigger muscles as well, smaller muscles, and this is for smaller muscles and also as well as avoiding the spine. So starting off here. The reason why I start on my feet most of the time is because I had surgery on my right ankle years ago. And because of that, I have a lot of inflexibility, a lot of tightness in my ankle. So I like to start off with this, as well as I've had plantar fasciitis. Because of those two things, this is very, very, very important for me. And this helps with my squat, this helps with walking, lunges, everything. So find a spot, usually right around here. Once I find a spot, just sit there for 30 seconds to a minute. After that, I'll sit down and then I'll just find the spot and just press all the way around, till I find another spot where I'm like, oh, that's gonna help. Around here is where I like to go. Around here is where I like to go as well. And just playing around and seeing how it feels. Next, let's go up. Let's get the calves. The best way that I found to do my SMR for my calves is not laying down, but just in a half kneeling position, lean forward, find that crease, and then sit back into it. So from here, I'm getting the upper part of the calf, and then I wanna roll down later and get the lower part of the calf. So I'm getting both sides. So now we've got the calf situated. Let's go to the peroneals, or the front part, or our shins. So from here, find a spot. I like to go up and down once, and once I find the spot, just stay there. Stay there. Everything we're gonna do today is 30 to 60 seconds on each side. Next, the inside of my thigh muscle, or inside of my thighs, these are your adductors. From here, I like to find a spot close to the knee and just again, sit there for 30 seconds to a minute. Then I like to go closer to my groin, get the whole adductor, the whole rest of the thigh, find a sweet spot. When I say sweet, find a spot that's very, very tense and just hold that for 30. I also like to give one side a break. So once I'm done with this side, then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Find that muscle and just sit there for 30 seconds to a minute. So we've got the inside thighs, we've got close to the groin. Next part I like to go is for the front of the thighs. Now, if this is very, very tight for you and it's very, very painful, I want you to do 2 legs at a time. Start at the bottom of close to my knee, and just roll up and down, finding a tight spot, and then I'll just sit there. Now, if you can take the pain, do one side at a time. Again, find a spot that's very, very, very tight, and sit there for 30 seconds to a minute. We got the front part. Now, let's go for the IT band, the side of your leg. I like to start at the top. Find a spot, find a spot, find a spot. Right there for me. So the outside of my thigh, or the outside of my leg, this is where I feel a tense spot. I'm just gonna sit there for 30 to 60. Let's go the back side. Let's attack our hamstrings. Again, I find a spot closer to the knee, find a spot closer to my butt. From here, wrap over. Once I find that spot right above the knee, then I'm gonna elevate myself using my hands so I have some space. This makes it much, much, much painful, but it's a good pain. Same thing, going higher up, find that spot and sit. Other side so you can see. So from here, wrap the other leg over, find that spot, and just sit. Or you can lean into it. Oh my God. Got everything for the legs covered. Now, let's go up the body. I like to start at the base of my back, go all the way through, come back up. Oh, there's my cracks. Now, start with the lats, the bottom of your armpits. This is what affects a lot of overhead extension. So if you're a person who has tightness in your shoulders and can't lift your head up, foam rolling or using a foam roller for your lats is gonna help you out a lot. I like to start at the bottom of my armpit, rotate back so I can also get part of my under my shoulder. And from here, lift my hips up, find a spot, and just sit. Just sit on it. The more pressure I put on it, the more pain that I feel. Again, this is a good pain. So now we got our lats. Next thing I wanna go for is the middle part of your upper back, your T-spine. I like to start at the bottom of my top of my back. And from here, I'm finding a spot, and it's usually the opposite side of my chest, or let's say aim for your shoulder blades. From here, wrap my hands behind my head, and I'm keeping my hips elevated like a glute bridge. So for me, I find that when I keep my upper back rounded by bringing my head forward and I keep my hips up instead of down on the ground, I feel this release much, much more. Find that. So once you find a sweet spot, just roll, 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 and play around with that. So we got lats, we got our T-spine. Now, this sweet stuff. This, if you're a person who has headaches often, migraines, if you feel tightness in your traps, and from here you want to bring and release everything down, find a spot here on both sides. Put as much pressure as you can bear. Jesus. And take a nap. So that's another part that's gonna help you a lot with, again, if you have any headaches, if you have tightness in your neck or your traps, that's one technique or one spot that you wanna find. Now for this, most beneficial points is gonna be the back of your shoulder blade. It's gonna be around your whole shoulder. I use this also for my pecs. If I got any tight muscles that I wanna release, find a spot. That's it, I found it. It's the back of my shoulder blade. So from right here, again, any pain, I can feel that spot all over right here. Now let's go for the front part of our shoulders. And you could do this lying on the ground. Find a spot, whatever is tight, and just take a nap. I also have tight hip flexors, tight hips. Find a spot in between, let's say in the crease of your hip. And from right here, I've had an issue with my left side, not my right side. So I don't get to activate my left butt as easily as I can with my right butt. Find a spot. And again, just sit there and rest. This hurts. Fuck. Now, for doing anything upper body wise, what I want to do is find a solid surface, and then we're going to work on our shoulders and our chest. So follow along. This is going to give me more support, and this is in between laying down on the ground and using a soft cushion on a pad. So from right here, find a spot. So if doing this on a floor is too much, then you can do it on a wall, and you can adjust the difficulty and the tenseness and the pressure. Jesus Christ. And this is something you can do for a few minutes a day, and you'll be good for the rest of the day. The stick, what would this be great for? Thighs. Oh my God. So you can do this on yourself. You can have somebody do this on you. You can give a girl the option of more than just a massage. Do this on a part where it has a lot of muscle, a lot of meat. You can do this as well with your cat. Oh my God. The next best thing to come in. I hope that you learned something today watching this video. Using a foam roll, using a lacrosse ball, using 2 lacrosse balls taped together, using a stick is going to help you with releasing tense muscles, releasing soreness, getting ready for your workout. Perfect for recovering from your workout the day before, so you're ready for the next day. If you made it to the end of this video, I wanna say thank you, Kyle. And let's get 1% better. Keep dreaming, keep believing, keep working. be somebody. Let's fucking get it.